What is the ideal version of a man to you?
Okay, so I want to talk about a phenomenon I see every single time I see a debate with these red pill people, these like super masculine dudes having debates about happiness, and they run into the same trap every single time they debate. People like Sneeko or Andrew Tate, they make the same mistake every time they make an argument. They'll say something like, oh, well, I'm not going to take advice from a dude who takes antidepressants to be happy, or I'm not going to take advice from someone who goes to a therapist to get through life. Here's the problem with that. It's called survivor's bias. And there's two examples. There's one in World War II, and then there's another one in World War I with helmets. And that's the example I'm going to use. What happened in World War I is they were seeing a high level of soldiers getting injuries, head injuries. And so they were like, all right, let's give them helmets, and maybe we can prevent some of these damages to these people's heads. Well, what they found is after they gave the men helmets, they had higher rates of head injuries. And so they had this false positive. They were like, well, helmets must be bad for the troops because they have more head injuries now than they did before. But it's a mistake, because what they're not realizing is that before they got the helmets, those head injuries would have killed them. Whereas now that they have helmets, the injuries that would have killed them, now they're surviving it because of the helmet. But at first they thought it was the cause of the helmet. And this same thing happens with these red pill people every time they debate, because they'll say that, oh, well, you have to take pills to be happy, or you have to go to therapy to get through life, all while ignoring that the offing yourself rate is higher in the conservative areas of the country that subscribe to this type of toxic masculinity, whereas the liberal areas that are willing to admit, hey, I've got a problem, hey, I'm sad, hey, I need pills, those areas have a lower rate of offing yourself because they're willing to admit, hey, I need help. So as much as these red pill people like to think they have a gotcha moment because they don't need antidepressants, all while ignoring that they are the ones who are offing themselves at a higher rate than the sissies who are going to therapy. Yeah. So, and honestly, if your view of being a man is how tough other people think you are, how strong you are, how manly you are, really that's just insecurity. Because real men don't have to project to others that they're a man. You don't have to tell people that you're a man to be a man. Your measure of being a man should be how kind you are to others, how loving of a person you are to your family and friends, how empathetic you can be for society. Those should be the qualities of a man, and not how outwardly tough you are. So anyway, moral of the story, go to therapy. It helps.